Hey everyone, I'm back with another character guide, and today we're going to cover two characters in one. This character is Rosalina and Luma. This character was requested by a fellow viewer known as Julian Henderson. In this video we will be basically covering her moves, how to basically use them, some kind of text, because she is a very techie character. There's a lot of things that most characters don't have that she does, so we're going to try to cover some of them. I don't think I can cover them all, because if I did this video it would just take forever, as well as combos. Also, for those who are just here for the combos, I usually leave a timestamp. It should be appearing right about now, so feel free to skip to that if you aren't really interested in the guide. As always, I do include the person's name in the video. Hopefully you've already seen that. So if Julian happens to comment in my comment section, I'll be sure to highlight it. That way you guys can like or comment to him if you find this video helpful for yourselves. But without further ado, let's get into this video. Okay, so with every guide, I like to start off with the jabs, the tilts, your grabs, and your taunts. So let's cover taunts first. This is your up taunt. I think it's kind of goofy. It's definitely one that I think can make people salty. For whatever reason, it's just silly. You got your side taunts, which are, just kind of like waving the wand around, and then you got your down taunt. Alright, so let's get into the moves. So we have our jab. Our jab comes out at frame 5. However, as you see, both Luma and Rosalina strike at the same time. Luma does come out at frame 4, so I guess it's a little bit quicker if you really care about that one frame. So technically it would be a frame 4 so long as Luma is around you. And this jab can be comboed into a gentleman's jab, which is just tapping A 3 times for 13. Or if you really want to just try to get like a combo with quotation marks, you can just rapidly tap jab and you'll get a rapid jab, which will do around the same percent with 16 hits. So it looks cool because it gets multiple hits, but it's really just about the same amount of damage. Next, we're going to talk about your up tilt, your down tilt, and your forward tilt. Let's talk about forward tilt. Forward tilt is just this quick little kind of like dash with the legs, like swings the legs really quickly. If you get both hits with Luma and Rosalina, it'll do around 14. If Rosalina happens to be the only one hitting, you're going to get about 9%. And if Luma is the only one that hits, you're going to get, oh my bad, that was a jab, you're going to get 8%. Now, the thing is, when Rosalina hits, you usually get more damage. But by that I mean, let's say you do a tilt with Rosalina and without Luma, let's say you get 10 damage with Rosalina. If Luma does the same tilt or the same move, it's going to do a little bit less, maybe like 7%, except Luma has much more knockback, meaning he is much more likely to kill. I'm going to have a hard time talking with these two different characters. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about our up tilt. This is actually a pretty solid move. At higher percents, up tilt can kill around maybe like 130 or 140 on some characters, but usually around that percent, Luma does end up launching the opponent kind of towards Rosalina to where Rosalina can actually get a second hit as well. So I'm going to try to show you that real quick. If I can get so lucky. Hopefully I can do it, because sometimes it's a little difficult. But as you can see, Rosalina kind of has a little bit of a halo above her as well. It's going to be a little bit difficult, I think. Let's try it one more time. Also, Luma does happen to have a hitbox behind him as he does this as well. Yeah, we're just not going to get it. But take my word for it, basically. We're going to cover the down tilt next. I like down tilt a lot. It's very deceptive. It doesn't do crazy amounts of damage or anything. But if you look at this distance, you wouldn't assume I'd be able to hit from here. Except for my smash attack can, I guess. From this distance. Oh, okay, fine. Okay, Luma, you got good range. So from this distance, you wouldn't assume I'd be able to. Doesn't look like I can. But down tilt actually just slightly taps below. And if you get both hits, that's around 10%. And finally, we're talking about our throws. Rosalina has really good throws. Most of her combo game is based on her throws. So you have her up throw, which can be comboed into stuff later on. Doesn't do too much damage. You have her down throw, which it looks like it could be easy to combo into stuff, but it's a little kind of suspect. It does have one kind of true combo, but it's a little bit difficult to hit at times. Your forward throw, which leads into one of your most devastating combos, and then your back throw, which can be comboed into a few things, but primarily is used just for damage and kind of like a get off me tactic. We kind of made dash attack its own part of the video. Usually I cover dash attack within the tilts, but for this, it's a little bit special because Rosalina and Luma have a very interesting way they can do their dash attack. Since they both do it at the same time, it comes out at frame 6. See if I can get some separation just to show you. See, they both do it. However, because Rosalina and Luma are two different characters, they're able to desync, meaning that they can do things while the other one is preoccupied. So I'm going to give you an example with that really quick. We're also going to include our jab as part of this too. So if Rosalina and Luma are kind of in free fall, like look how Rosalina kind of can't do anything. There's nothing she can do when she's in free fall. However, Luma is still able to do things. He can still hit. He can still do his jab when he's on the ground. Anything in the air, if Rosalina is in the air and so is Luma, Luma will have aerials. If he's on the ground with Rosalina, it'll be ground-based stuff. Just keep that in mind. But here's what you can do with jab. So you can send yourself straight up. Before you hit the ground, you just rapidly tap jab, and you can actually keep Luma basically doing jab. And you can move around freely and do whatever you want. You can do grabs, you can do smash attacks, whatever. You can even throw them into them or into Luma, and then try to get a smash attack. Let's see if I can do that real quick. Just some nice damage right there. Another thing you can do, which is pretty tricky for most people to deal with. Most people do not know the Rosalina and Luma matchup. It's a very, very uncommon character in this game, which is strange, but it happens, you know. So you can actually leave Luma on the edge, jabbing. Hopefully I can try to do it on the first try. You can leave Rosalina or Luma on the ledge, just jabbing like this. So if there's a get up attack, or not a get up attack, if your character tries to get up from the ledge, they're probably going to get caught by this. And if they get caught, you can always run up and do something or punish them accordingly. Whatever you have to do, basically. So anyway, back to the dash attack. So for dash attack, you have your 2 hits. However, because you can desync the 2 characters, what you can do is, let's say your opponent's shielding. They know you're running up to do a dash attack. Well, you can actually run up, strike with Luma, but grab with Rosalina. So if they shield, they get grabbed. If they don't, they get struck and grabbed, which is really useful. So I'm going to try to show you that real quick, what it looks like. Oh, Luma actually missed. Let's try that one more time. Okay, so you see how that grab started with 3%? That's because Luma tapped right before the grab, which is very useful. The way you do that is when you are running up to your opponent, you're going to do a dash attack, but you're going to cancel with Z. So it's basically running, dash attack, and quickly grab. So run, dash attack, grab. Here's what it looks like one more time. And you can follow up with whatever you want at that point. All right, so that's your dash, your tilts, your jab, everything you need to know right there for the moment. One more thing I forgot to mention about Rosalina's jab, which really shows you just how crazy good it is. Not only are you able to desync with the 2 characters, but around 120 for most characters. Let's see if I can put that off real quick. Hopefully I don't hit them. Okay, so around 120 for most characters on ledge, when they're trying to get up or something, if they get caught, Luma's jab, her rapid jab, or his rapid jab, I'm sorry. I'm going to get this all messed up. The rapid jab can actually kill, which is crazy. It is so good for a character to have the ability to kill with a jab because it's so fast. Not only that, it's a ledge trapping option, which is even crazier. So I think that Rosalina and Luma probably have one of the best kind of ledge trapping / jabs in the game because it's just so potent, it's so destructive. Around 100, if you happen to get both of them hitting at the same time on the ledge, it might kill, but not on every character. So, and usually it'll be around, like, you can get it to around 50 on the combo meter and still not kill, but it's just a good move in my opinion. So anyway, let's cover the next stuff. We're going to talk about the aerials. This is the neutral air. So let's set it back down to 100 just for this. Okay. All right, back down to 100. So this is Rosalina's neutral air. It's very good. It's one of her best tools. Not only is it good for comboing, but it covers a large amount of space around her. It covers below her, above her, beside her, and in front of her. On top of that, Luma does dash back too, so not only that, you're getting basically multiple moving hitboxes, which is really scary. It's a very, very good combo tool. We'll discuss that more in the combo portion of the video. You can delay the hit of the Nair and have the wand hit for a little bit of damage. Usually people do that to set up for combos and stuff like that, but if you want to get more damage, you can try to get Luma to hit, and it does around 32, or I should say 32, 13, and it is a 2-hit combo, just because it's one move with 2 characters. The up air is a very, very good move if you can happen to get your opponent with it. It can kill very, very early, and there is a couple things you can do to combo into it. So here's up air. nearly killing at around, what was that, like 110 or something? Yeah, or close to 110. It's a very strong move. Again, if you have Luma, you're going to be able to kill much earlier because the knockback is just so much more increased. Let's see, I can get rid of Luma really to show you guys that. Oh, maybe not. I always thought Luma helped, but Rosalina cleared the hit by herself that time. See if I can actually just get Luma to do it then. Ah, you failed, Luma. Or maybe I failed. You. Well, take my word for it. It's just a very good up air for most characters in this game. Most characters would be very happy to have that up air. We have our fair and back air. This is fair, and this is back air. Back air can be a pretty good move. At like kind of mid percents, it can be used to trip up the opponent, forcing them into a tech chase scenario, which then you can follow up with anything that you really want, which is really good. Here's what that'll look like. Oh, that was a down air. Like that. If they don't tech, you can just run up and punish accordingly if you really want to. Jab lock them or something. And then the fair, which you can really use to stuff out your opponents. That's multiple hitboxes. If your opponent's off the ledge, you can probably catch them with the fair and drag them off even farther, and hopefully it'll cost them the stock. And of course, your down air. So with down air, the spiking hitbox is the halo looking thing that comes out of Rosalina. However, as you see, Luma also kind of strikes downward. If you strike with Luma, it'll always cause the opponent to pretty much go the way you're facing. So if you're facing towards this side of the stage over here, Luma should send them that way. See? And at around 80-90%, this move can kill quite early, so keep that in mind. Moving on, we're going to cover the smash attacks next. I actually kind of like Luma's and Rosalina's smash attacks. They're not super crazy, they don't look too crazy either, but they can kill rather early depending on if you have Luma or not. And they're pretty useful, so let's get them to 100 just so we can show you how easily they can kill. So we're going to cover up smash first. Up smash is the quickest out of every one of her smash attacks. You can essentially, if you want to, basically run up and up smash, and it can sometimes work, which is really good. Here's what it looks like uncharged. You get the hit with Luma, 21. If you don't have Luma, you just have Rosalina, 14. Not so much knockback. If you only have Luma, still pretty decent knockback, just nowhere near the amount of damage. And of course, fully charged, it will kill. Doing around 30. Next we have our down smash. I really like down smash. I used to think it was a pretty bad move just in terms of like damage output, but the more I used it, the more I was realizing like, oh, this is actually a really good move. So most characters that have moves that kind of sweep from one side to the other, the second hit takes a good amount of time to actually connect with the opponent, usually allowing them to shield or just avoid the move entirely. But when you use Rosalina and Luma's down smash, I want you to notice something real quick. So here's what it looks like. Rosalina kicks forward and then backwards, while Luma punches backwards and then forwards. That might not seem like much, but what that means is, at no point in time is there really a bad side to do this on. So if you're in the front, you're going to have Rosalina hit first with Luma with the follow-up, meaning you're going to have more knockback on that side typically. If you're in the back, you're going to have Luma hit first with Rosalina following up with the kick. If I can get that to work real quick. Let's see if I can do that again. There you go. So it's actually a pretty good move. It's pretty fast. It's not the fastest she has, but it's still a decent move. And fully charged, it will definitely kill. Either side, doesn't matter. Either side, it will definitely kill. Just for proof. Especially when you're facing away from your opponent, because Luma gets that last hit, and Luma usually has the most knockback. And your forward smash. Forward smash is essentially Luma punching with Rosalina creating a little bit of a galaxy in front of her. It is the slowest of the smash attacks that she has. However, it also is the most destructive one essentially. If you get the hit with Luma, even without, let me see if I can. Let's just get Rosalina first. Oh, come on, Luma! I didn't need your help on that one, buddy. If you get the hit with Rosalina, it's gonna get on 14 uncharged. If you get the hit with just Luma, though, uncharged, it still kills, despite doing only 9%. So you definitely want to make sure you get the hit with Luma. And fully charged, of course, you know it has no problem killing. Uncharged, still doesn't really have a problem killing you. So I just think she has really good options in terms of smash attacks. They're not crazy good in terms of frame data, except for up smash I think is pretty good, but overall they're still above average. Time to cover the moves that make Rosalina and Luma feel so special, and of course I'm talking about their special moves. So every character has special moves that make them feel unique, and Rosalina and Luma are no different. We're going to start off with the neutral B, one of her best tools she has. You can use Luma basically as a projectile to hit your opponent. Fully charged, it will have no problem killing at higher percents. Or if you don't want to actually hit your opponent with with Luma, maybe you want to just kind of keep them at bay with Luma, you can do your tilts, your jabs, your smash attacks, anything you normally would do. If Rosalina happens to be in the air, Luma will do aerials. It doesn't matter if Luma is still on the ground, Luma will still do aerials. And of course, if you want, you can also call back your Luma by simply pressing B afterwards, and Luma will come right back to you. This is particularly useful whenever you might have think you lost your Luma. Maybe you accidentally thought she was dying and he was falling off the ledge or something. You can just call him back despite him being pretty far down. It can also be a very, very good way to trick your opponent when they're recovering. You can send your Luma off, make them kind of worry about getting hit by Luma. When they hit the platform, you can up smash and catch them right there, which is really useful. So that's the neutral B. You have your side B, kind of just like this multiple star thing. It's not too crazy, although it does have decent range. The damage output isn't really there either. I will say this, it can be good for gimping characters that have kind of bad recovery. You can catch them off the side with it or something, and hopefully kill them with it. But other than that, it's just, you know, kind of like a projectile you have, but other than Luma itself. And of course, you can also use it with your neutral B to increase the range even further, which is very good. And then we're going to talk about our Downbeat. I love Downbeat. I think Downbeat as an idea for a move is just awesome. So if you do it, it doesn't look like much is really happening. It looks like Rosalina is basically playing with a star. However, here's what's going on. The entire area around Rosalina is basically becoming is getting sucked into her. So items, projectiles, weapons, anything that you can imagine that can be launched or fired or anything like that or thrown at you is basically being sucked into her to where she can not only grab it herself but sometimes even hit her opponent with it. So we're going to try to get Downbeat to shoot it with an arrow, and hopefully we can show you what that'll look like real quick. So neutral B, yep. Oh, he's fast. There we go. See, she kind of takes the arrow from him. And the area in which that she's able to actually do this is pretty massive, like the actual field that she can grab the arrow. We're going to show you what it looks like if you do it close. Hopefully she, usually you can hit your opponent with it. I guess not. Usually the larger projectiles, like a Samus charge shot or, you know, an Aura Spear from Lucario, those can be sucked in. And as you saw, the arrow kind of like wrapped around Rosalina. Same thing would happen with the charge shot, and your opponent happens to be in the way of that charge shot as it comes back around, it will hit, which is really cool. Let's see if I can do one other thing, if I can remember how to. I don't normally do this. Items. Yeah, okay. So let's get another example going here. So we have our Pokeball. Let's get a Pokeball. Doesn't matter what it is, let's just get one. So it's right there. If you want to, instead of actually approaching the Pokeball, you can just Downbeat it. And not only will she suck it in, but it'll pretty much go into her hand. So if you're having maybe like just a fun time with friends or something, it's not super competitive or anything like that, this is a very good character if you're using items. So you can always just, oh wow, what are the odds that I get a legendary? Ha! Okay, but essentially, yeah, it's just a very solid move in general. Very defensively good move. So let's put away our Kyogre, because that's just not fair at this point. And we're going to hopefully, actually, you know what, we don't have to erase the percent. Last move we're going to talk about is our up B. Up B, I thought was a horrible move when I first played this character. That's because I didn't realize you can actually angle it. What I do like about it is how much distance it travels, so here's what it looks like. You basically can cover the whole map and then some, as you just saw. You don't have to kill yourself, but you can definitely cover a lot of area. So going off stage is never really a problem with Rosalina because she can usually make it back. So going super deep for your opponent, you should try if you can. Very good. On top of that, though, if you don't want to send yourself at a very, like, horizontal angle, you can always attempt to go vertical by holding the stick up. So here's what it looks like. She sends herself straight up. At a time, I thought all she could do was basically go horizontal. When I figured out that she can go straight up vertical, I was like, oh, okay, this character's recovery is pretty good. So if you're super low or something, or maybe you're right here, you can kind of glide the stage. If you're really low to the ground, you can do it too. It's just a useful B-up. That being said, she does go into free fall, but as we discussed earlier, Luma is not in free fall. So don't worry about possibly getting punished or something like that, because you can always manipulate Luma to fight for you as you're trying to land, which is very good too. We have made it to the combo portion of the video, my favorite part of the video. I always love doing this, being able to showcase character combos. It's really fun to figure out what works and what doesn't. As always, I try to make sure these combos work for most people and that they're true. These should work on a good majority of the cast, but I can't guarantee that on all characters like Jigglypuff that have very low weight, stuff like that. But these should work and are mostly true. So let's do the very first one. The very first one I feel like is Rosalina and Luma's most potent combo. It's probably one of the better ones they have. Rosalina and Luma do have plenty of combos they can do. It's just they're not all super flashy kind of 0 to 80 kind of combos. But this one does net you a pretty good amount of damage. So let's cover it first. So what we're going to do, we're going to use our forward throw. As I said before, our throws are primarily our good combo starters. So we're going to use our forward throw. We're going to do a nair, but we're going to kind of make sure that we space it properly to where Luma gets the first hit and then Rosalina gets the second follow-up hit. And then we're going to do an up air. So it should look like it's a 4 to 5 hit combo that can net you around 38% to 42%. And I'll show you what that 42% comes from once this is done. So hopefully we can do this first try. Nope, we messed it up. You don't want to get both hits of Luma and Rosalina. That'll definitely not get you what you want. It won't be a true combo. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. So 5 hit combo, 38%. Now what you can do is, if you want to extend the damage to that 42% range that I just discussed a little while ago, what you can do is you can actually incorporate the dash cancel as part of this as well. So you can do your dash cancel into this. So we already talked about it before, but I'll show it one more time. Where Rosalina and Luma basically do 2 separate moves. You're going to do your dash attack and then follow up with the grab. And all you have to do if you want to do that is basically do a dash attack and immediately cancel with grab. So you could do running dash attack into grab, net like an extra 3%, which is it's something, but it's nothing crazy. And then you can do that previous combo, and hopefully net around 42%. So that's the first combo, guys. This next combo is a little bit tricky, but it's still easy enough to do. It's just tricky because it's kind of hard to get the moving down air to hit correctly, but I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. So you want to set your opponent to around 90. This is going to be one of your kill combos. That's why I'm setting him to 90. So sorry about that. Probably should have mentioned it. In fact, 90 might not kill, but I've seen it kill before at 90, so it's set to 90 anyway. I was going to put it to 100, but 90 probably will suffice. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go for our falling nair with the wand. You're not trying to hit with Luma. If you hit with Luma, it's not going to be possible. So you want to do your falling nair with the wand, and then you're going to do a down air. And what this is going to do is it's going to put our opponent perfectly in the right angle for us to then follow up with Luma, who is going to be able to hit our opponent at just the right distance and angle to kill them. So here's what it's going to look like. Falling nair, so you want to hit the wand, and the down air. Hopefully I can do it first try. It's always difficult to get this one for some reason. Oh, missed it entirely. Come on. There we go. There we go. Three hit combo, super simple, killed at 90. As I said before, it is kind of difficult to sometimes hit that falling nair, because sometimes you think you're going to hit it and you just fell too soon or something, or you think you're going to hit the Luma but you just don't, and it's not a good angle. Sometimes even the angle that you hit them at with the fair is just weird, and if you hit with Luma, you're not going to get anywhere close to what you want. So just be very mindful when it comes to actually landing that. Try your best to wait out the fair to then hit your dare. After those previous 2 combos, I feel like every combo from this point on is going to be pretty easy and pretty simple to do, so if you have trouble with those, no worries, these last ones should be perfectly easy enough to do. So this next one is going to work anywhere from 60 to 85 depending on the weight of the character. For me, I know it works on 85 with Dark Pit, but I'm going to go ahead and set them to 80 just so I can show you the combo counter so that it is true. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be using your up throw. As I said before, your throws are some of your best combo starters. So you're going to go for your up throw, full hop, up air. it should register as 25 hits, although it might not say a 3-hit combo. That's what you're looking for. It may say combo of 2, but that just means that Rosalina and Luma connected at the exact same time. So don't worry if you don't see the combo counter of 3, just so long as you see the total damage of 25. So let's see if we can do this. I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do the dash cancel. My bad. That's what it looks like. It's really simple. Make sure when you guys do it that you do not short hop and that you jump as soon as you can. Try to go for at least a frame 1 or frame 2 jump. That might sound like it's a little difficult, but in reality, all you're trying to do is when you're holding them, when you do your throw, immediately start holding jump, and it'll be the first thing you do out of your animation, ensuring that it's the fastest way possible to get your jump off. So I'm going to set them to 85 just to show you that it does work at other percents, or a little bit higher. This one might not register that it's actually a 3-hit combo, but as long as it says 25, you know you did it right. Which, that was not it. That was not it either. There we go. That was driving me nuts for a moment, guys. But essentially, as you see there, even though it was 25% on the damage meter, it only said 2. That's fine. Just so long as you hit that 25%, that's what you're looking for. So that's your third combo. Alright, so what I like about these next few combos is that the percent they work at can go anywhere from 0 to 120, which is really cool. I love having combos that work at all percents regardless, so that's really, to me that's cool at least. I don't know about you guys. But this is going to be really simple. It's just a nair to fair. It's going to get you around 18 to 21% depending on just how many hits of fair you actually get, or what hit of nair you get. If you don't hit nair with Luma, odds are you're probably not going to get that much damage. But anyway, let's see what we're talking about. I'm just going to show you guys. Okay, so nair to fair. Oh, do not want to get behind him. There you go. It's really simple. 21%, 7-hit combo. We're going to set it all the way to, let's go with 100. I know I did it with 120 before. I just don't know how easy it's going to be for this video. So 100. Try it again. Bad hit. There we go. So it works that percent. Let's set it to 120 just to see if I was lying. I have it written down that I did it at 120, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, 122. In fact, if I would have got the full hit with Luma, that might have actually killed. Maybe not. Oh, okay. That one killed. Okay, well, we'll take it. I know it works at 120, though. Cool. So that's the fourth combo. Next low to high percent combo is going to be very similar to the first. We're just going to have a different ending, and this one can also kill, which is really nice. It's going to be a nair to up smash. Now at higher percents, you want to make sure you get the late hit of nair with Rosalina's wand, or else it's going to be very, very hard to actually get the connection with up smash. So here's what it looks like at 0. Get you about 27% there. And I have it written down that I did it as late as 100. So we're going to put them to 100. Right there. And we're going to go, remember, late hit of nair. If you get Luma, it's going to look like this. And there's no way you can follow up with an up smash at that point. Or at that point. You can do a forward air, though. That's pretty good, too. So you're going to go for late hit nair to up smash. Oh, and I messed it up. I messed it up again. There we go. One more time. I don't think I got the full hit. There we go. Yeah. 3-hit combo, 28% kills. Nice. In the guide, I did say that every single throw can be comboed into, and I haven't yet showed you what down throw or back throw can do. So let's show you what back throw can do first. With back throw at 0%, you can back throw your opponent for a quick 13%, but you can also follow up with a nair or back air. I hope I said back throw. Maybe I was saying back air to start. You use back throw to nair or back air. I'm sorry if I messed that up. So here's what it's going to look like. Let's try that one more time. There we go. I was like, wow, I know I did it before. So 21% again. It looks very, very similar to your nair to fair. Or, like I said before, you could do your back throw to back air, so long as I don't full hop. There you go. And it's not as much damage, but it still is, I guess, guaranteed extra damage, which is nice. But I think if you're going to go for the back throw combo, you should go for back throw to fair. That seems to be just more damage in general. And it works at 0% to around 10%. I'm pretty sure at this point we have a combo with every single one of your throws except for down throw. So we have to include a down throw combo. This one is a little bit tricky because you're going to have to get a drifting nair, but it's still not that difficult. So it's just going to be super simple, two moves, just like the other ones. You're going to go for down throw to nair. You're going to want to hit Luma. In fact, I think if you don't hit Luma, it's not true, but let's just show you guys what it looks like. So down throw to nair. It's very tricky with timing wise. There you go. So 24% 3-hit combo. Final two combos of the video. I'm going to do these really quick. These are pretty simple to me. One is going to be just a super easy one. One's going to be where you can basically pick and choose which ones you want to do the follow-ups with. First one we're going to do is nair to nair. Everybody can do this. Super simple. Not nair to fair. Nair to nair. We'll try that again. There you go. 23%. At higher percents, you can also do nair to up air. So I'm going to show you that real quick. So long as I don't mess that one up. Nope, not nair to fair. Make sure you drift towards them. There you go. Nair to up air works fine. And the last combo, which is going to be the one where you can basically pick and choose what you want to do. So, works at 0, you're going to do your back air, a falling back air, into your F tilt, your side B, or your dash attack, or really whatever you want that actually can work easily. The way back air works is if you can hit them on the ground, it puts them at just the right angle for you to do a follow-up, which is really nice. So I'm going to show you what that looks like real quick. So you do back air to F tilt. That was one of them. Usually you can get a little more damage than that, but we kind of messed that up, I guess. There we go. Back air to F tilt, 27%. You can do your back air to dash attack, so long as you get a good hit. There you go. See? Back air to dash attack. Or you can even do back air to side B and get 26%. I don't like doing the side B one because I feel like it's not true. Like more often, clearly it is true. More often than not when I do it, it just never really registers as a combo. But anyway, you guys can basically just use your imagination to pick any one of the moves you want to combo into out of back air, so long as they're actually combos. But that is it for the video today, guys. If you guys did stick around for this long, feel free to leave a comment below letting me know you did. In fact, if you did make it to this far, leave the comment Starboy, with boy spelled with an I at the end, so that's star B-O-I. That way I know you actually stayed this long. I'm always interested to know how long you guys actually watched the video. Thank you once again to Julian Henderson. Make sure if you see his comment to leave a like and tell him how, like if the video helped you at all. It's always nice to know. And thank you guys so much for watching.